Good evening, Reds, and welcome back to SpionKloppTV on Saturday evening. And I hope you're having a great weekend, whatever you're doing. It's a busy day in the football world regarding Liverpool, and we're going to get straight into it. And before we do, just remember, hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything on SpionKloppTV. And let's get straight into it now, guys. So, there's a lot happening at Liverpool. We need to be really careful with this now because it's getting very, very complicated. Before I get into that, we'll follow up from yesterday's 30% stake because this has split the fan base for sure. And it's not the main issue today, but how are you feeling about it, guys? After 24 hours, now the dust is beginning to settle. Are you happy that 30% of the club's been sold and it is the start of the takeover from FSG, I believe? This was always going to happen, so I'm not concerned, I'm not angry, I'm anything. Liverpool Football Club come first, and we've got 4 of the richest guys on the planet who are going to be taking over. If anybody should be concerned, it should be our rivals now, our competitors, because when you are only worth 8 billion, that's what you've got, which is what FSG are worth, and you get 348 billion slammed on your table. That's what you've got now with these 4 guys at the total combination of wealth. If I was at Ineos and the Glazers now, I would be shitting myself. And Blue Coat at Chelsea and Manchester City. I think everybody else now needs to be aware, because in time, this is going to be a monster which nobody's going to be able to control. And Liverpool will be, in my opinion, the biggest club in the world. They will overtake Real Madrid. They will. Because these 4 guys, that's their aim. That's their intention, and I'm quite happy with that. Anyway, back onto the transfer front. And I was checking up early this morning on the charts, and it's come out that Liverpool could need to sell 9 players before the transfer window slams shut. Now, you're probably scratching your head and thinking, oh, hang on a minute. We've only got a squad of 25 as it is. We're threadbare as it is going into the season. And now we've got to sell 9. Why? What's going on? I'll explain, I'll break it down for you. Basically, it's simply this. Liverpool may be forced to sell 9 players before the transfer window shuts because currently they have 31 players over the age of 21 after the arrival of Ronald Araujo, who took up the final place of 17th non-homegrown players in the squad of a maximum of 25. This basically leaves Liverpool with I've got 14 homegrown players, but this still leaves an issue because 31 senior players need to be registered before the Premier League starts and 33 for the Champions League. Right, with both Jeremy Jacquet and Giovanni Leone must be registered for the Champions League because they are not eligible for the list in Group B. Now, the only one, the Group B list is for players who are underage and have been at the club for 2 years or more. Rio Ungamor falls into that category, so he will go into Group B. But here's the problem. Liverpool need to leave out 8 players for the Champions League squad and 6 for the Premier League. And that is not including any future signings. So, what's your take on that? How do you feel about that now? How are you feeling? Are you comfortable with it? Or are you less enthused before the season even starts now? That this is what may have to happen before a ball is officially kicked. Forget the pre-season friendlies and all that's going on tomorrow. This is the big issue, and the midfield and everything else off the field. What's happening? Not the Como games tomorrow for me. So what are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments. With the possibility of having to release 9 players. And it's also come out this morning, or this afternoon, the news has been breaking that Liverpool are in negotiations with Crystal Palace over the possible signing of Adam Wharton. Now, if Curtis Jones leaves to Inter Milan, which I expect him to do, and a lot of other people do, Liverpool have dropped the price from 35 million to 30 for Curtis Jones. So I expect that to go through. Please God, I can't wait to see the back of the guy. Right. So Crystal Palace wants 78 million for Adam Wharton. Real Madrid have cooled their interest completely. Right. Now the move to Anfield is looking like a real possibility for Adam Wharton. And I've been saying all summer, and I've said on my channel all summer, if Curtis Jones leaves, we need to bring Adam Wharton in. He'll be the perfect number 6. What we are screaming out for. He will be absolutely perfect. Right? And he's the best at what he does in the Premier League. There's nobody better. Not for me. That's my opinion. And he's English. And he's the best at it. Right? So, also, Cody Gakpo is linked with a move away to Tottenham Hotspur. Liverpool wants 72 million, which has been well documented now. Right? Cody Gakpo has agreed terms with Spurs. Bradley Barcola has agreed terms with Liverpool. So, 2 players who want to join different clubs have both agreed terms. Here's the kicker. The problem is the transfer fees. So, 2 clubs have got to get their heads together and thrash out what they're going to pay. I think Gakpo will go, Jones will go, Barcola will come in, and Bailly from PSG will come in. We need a centre-back. We need a striker. And I think Adam Wharton will come in. But we need a striker because if Alexander Isak gets injured, who goes up front? TK is out till Christmas, New Year. Who do you put up front? You've no striker. So, there you go. So, you fix one hole, another one appears. There's more holes in this Liverpool squad than a colander. Seriously, the midfield is a massive issue because the midfield we've got, you're not going to win the Premier League with that midfield. And you'll be lucky if you finish in the top 4. If Adam Wharton comes in, changes things a little bit. Not much, but changes things a little bit. So, Gakpo, yeah, he's going to go. And he's too predictable. And I'm not going to miss him, to be honest with you. And then, it's also broke later on this afternoon that Liverpool are in talks to renew the contract of another midfielder who's already at the club. No other than Alexis McAllister. Manchester City, Tottenham Hotspur, Real Madrid and Chelsea have all been linked with signing the Argentinian World Cup winner, and it's looking like Liverpool are going to sit down with him later on in the year over talks over a new contract, and his dad's already said he's going nowhere, he's staying at Liverpool. So what are your thoughts on that one? On Macca staying? So there's a lot to get into. You've a lot to digest. So I'll ask you to do, please. It's not much. I don't ask anything of anybody. All I want you to do is hit the like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, because simply this, SpionKloppTV is the only fan channel on YouTube which is free for life. No clickbait, no paywalls, no subscriptions, no memberships, no super chats. Just click and like the subscribe on YouTube, like the video because it helps the algorithm. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, any live streams or any content at all. There's plenty to go at while things are getting underway, and I will be updating you on all the transfer news as well as it happens, right? And like I said on my previous video, there's only me. I'm a one-man band, so your support, you have no idea how much it means. If I could reach out and grab you and thank you, I would do. So it means so much, and it means more than you'll ever imagine. So all I'm asking you to do is support my channel, watch me content, and help my channel grow to 500 by the end of this month. And if you can do that, one of you might win this, or one similar. And this is signed by Andy Robertson, and this is my own personal collection, and I've got over 200 in my collection, and it's still growing. So if you can help my channel get to 500 by the end of this month, either that shirt or one, and there's plenty on autographed, signed, personally, in my collection, one of my shirts will be winging its way to one of my subscribers. And that's all I'm asking you to do. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hit the like and notification bell. Do the YouTube thing. You know it makes sense. Because what you get, what's free? Only one thing. SpionKloppTV. Catch you later. You'll never walk alone. Once a red, always a red.